Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this 16th day of September 2025 by the Pierce County Council and the Executive that September 15th through October 15th, 2025 is Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month in Pierce County, Washington. All community members are encouraged to participate this observance by attending community celebrations, cultural programs, and educational events.
Let's give them a hand. Aiden.
Well, good afternoon, council friends and patriots.
Hey.
My name is Latino Aiden Espino, and I am regional press director of the Central.
One sec. We are having a mic issue. It was on, it wasn't me. So can you spin it, you know, the thing we usually do?
Check, check.
Here we go.
Is it on?
It is.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Guess I was spitting too much heat. So, hello everybody. My name is Adán or Aiden Espino. I am the Director of External Affairs for Mi Centro, which is comprised of everybody behind me, basically. I don't know you, but you can be part of us. Hey. And as a Mexican American, I just want to say very happy Feliz Fiestas Patrias for Mexican Independence Day, and everybody else too. They can come speak for themselves, but I'm here. So I just want to thank Councilmember Herrera for bringing this. I think you've brought it every year since you've been on council, and just really appreciate you as also the first Latino on the Pierce County Council in our 200-plus year history. Just appreciate your connection to us at Mi Centro and the Latino community and bringing this. And happy to see, of course, Councilmember Ayala, which is the second, but first Latina. First Latina. You know, we're all friends here. To be honest, it just strikes me that in this last 4 years that we've seen, 200% growth and Latino representation, and that really makes me think, how our connection as the Hispanic and Latino community to Pierce County, one in every three, of the new residents in Pierce County, 1 in 3 identifies Latino and Hispanic. Our community has grown 66% in the last 10 years. And that's a combination of people moving in, but that's a lot of people being born here and, being raised here and starting families here. I went to school at UW Tacoma. All of us live and work here alongside you. And it strikes me on this day that, we take some time to celebrate this, but really what I think about every time we do this is celebrate that we're all here together as Pierce County residents, as Americans, and all trying to do the right thing. I have folks speaking after me that I think will go on to some of our specifics and some really exciting developments we're doing in our world. But I do want to take some time just to sort of really acknowledge just the pivotal time that we're in as a nation, because I really want to emphasize the fact that we're all Americans and that we're all here trying to work together and build a home for everybody. I don't have to detail I'm sure most people have watched the news, but it can't go without saying that, too many people these days are being demonized for this, that, and the other thing, whether it's political ideology, ethnicity, social class. Unfortunately, our community is very used to that. And it strikes me that is, I think, growing to many other different identities and characteristics. Our community is in a state of stress and anxiety and at times fear. But I know we talk about this at Mi Centro that, many of us were born here, many of us came here, and are here to build a better life, and we will be here the next day, just like we were before, just like our ancestors before us, just like all of you and everyone in this room had people have come here and arrived here and that will be here. And that is, I think, what I want to really emphasize to everybody here, that to me, being Hispanic and Latino means being American. It means being a combination of people, hardworking people that have gone through tried and tribulation, have traveled thousands of miles. My family is originally from Michoacan in Mexico, which is over 2,000 miles away. They came up here from a series of farm worker programs and lumber programs, and my parents met in Forks, Washington, of all places. And then went to school at Evergreen State College in Wazoo, and then I popped out. And I just, I've lived in this region my whole life, and that's how I was always taught to be proud of my identity and my heritage, is that, you have a motherland, and now I have a homeland, and that we can connect these two together, and that we can become an integrated society. And I think that's something that this country has struggled with for decades. Discrimination is not new in human history, and it's not new in this country. But it greatly saddens me that it seems to be rearing its ugly head to all people. I think we're all been affected by discrimination on all sorts. So anyways, I appreciate you hearing that, and I just want to emphasize that, Fiestas Patrias, Hispanic Heritage Month is for everybody. I tell everyone that comes into Mi Centro, when you come through our doors, you're Latino too. I don't know about outside, but in here, you're one of us. And I hope that when we're out there, you treat us as one of you as well. With that, I want to pass it to Yarida, who is doing some really exciting stuff in our community. We have so many entrepreneurs in the Latino and Hispanic community, so many small business owners, and Mi Centro, with the partnership of Pierce County through the Small Business Accelerator Program, has really had a great privilege to connect and build up this entrepreneurial class, this segment of the economy, and it's been evolving, and I will pass it to you to describe that.
Thank you.
Oh, hello, everyone. It's my first time, so I prepared something. Hello, my name is Yadira Morales. I am Mexican-born, former DACA, and naturalized American. I am now the Vice President and Development Director of the South Sound Latino Chamber of Commerce. Yay. It's an honor for me to join my Mi Centro community here, as well as our other community members, as Pierce County recognizes the Hispanic Heritage Month. The South Sound Latino Chamber of Commerce was created because we believe that our community deserves not only a seat at the table, but also the power to help build that table, while working hand in hand with our neighbors and our partners to strengthen the economy for everyone. Our commitment to partnership and transparency is why we reached out to Pierce County and leaders across Pierce County, and you all listened. So we're here, I'm here representing, proud to stand and say that we are officially partnered with the Pierce County Tacoma Chamber of Commerce, supported by Mi Centro, and with more collaborations on the way. Together, we're building a future where Latino entrepreneurs and families thrive, and where our culture is recognized as a vital force in the South Sound's growth. There's a saying in our community where we say anyone who celebrates the Latin culture is invited to the carne asada. So on behalf of the South Sound Latino Chamber of Commerce, I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to Pierce County. Thank you for recognizing our contributions as a Latino Hispanic community, for embracing our culture, and for standing beside us as we work together to build a more inclusive and prosperous Pierce County. You are all officially invited to the carne asada. Thank you for celebrating. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Joy?
Good afternoon, council members, colleagues, and community members. My name is Joy Sauer, and I have the honor of being the chair of the Employee Resource Group for Pierce County. It's formerly Hispanic Latina Employee Resource Group. We now call ourselves Juntos. Pierce County, so I'm proud to stand before you today during Hispanic Heritage Month, a time to celebrate the rich cultures, histories, and contributions of the Latino community, both nationally and right here in our country. This year, Juntos has focused on honoring our heritage while also reflecting on the resilience and strength that have shaped our community. Our employee resource group will be publishing 4 newsletters during Hispanic Heritage Month. Our newsletter this week highlights not only our vibrant culture, but also the racial hurdles many Latinos have faced, especially during times of segregation. We are proud to feature Justice Sal Munguia, who graciously shared his family's immigrant story, and he's in the audience right now. Andre, thank you for Andre, thank you for interviewing Justice Munguia for us. It's been filmed and it's on the Pierce County website, so if you want to check it out, please do. We're also celebrating through art this month, and I was so excited to see Mi Centro here. We are partnering with Mi Centro, who has graciously loaned us 13 pieces of artwork that will be displayed at 2 county buildings. The County City Building, we will be on the 2nd floor. We'll have an exhibit there. And then at the Elections Office or the Elections Center, we will be in the Department of Emergency Management lobby. So beautiful pieces to view. Please come and check those out. So these exhibits showcase the creativity, identity, and spirit of our community. Juntos is more than a group. It's a familia. Our members span departments from the courts to planning and public works, from human services to the assessor treasurer's office. Together, we are building bridges, fostering understanding, and creating a space where Latino employees feel seen, heard, and valued. Over the past 2 years, Juntos has mentored colleagues to take the next step in advancing their careers, participated in community service projects, hosted cultural exchanges, spotlighting regional food, art, and culture, and we've co-hosted lunch and learns that speak to fostering a welcoming work environment. I want to express my deep pride in working for Pierce County, a place that not only acknowledges diversity, but actively supports it. Through Juntos, I have found a community that uplifts me and celebrates our roots and works together to make our county stronger for everyone. Thank you for your continued support of Hispanic Heritage Month and for recognizing the contributions of Latino employees and residents across Pierce County. Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. I will see if any of my colleagues have additional comments. Okay. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Chair. Thank you for coming out today. It's real important to recognize Hispanic Heritage Month because Hispanic Heritage Month is American history. Hispanic history is American history, and it's important to reflect on that. Many of us come from different areas of the world or families and stuff like that, but we sometimes have to remember, some of us who've been in this country for a long time always fall back to our ancestors and what they had to go through to get here. And many of us, like my family, came here because there was a revolution going on and political strife after that revolution, and they actually had to come to this country for their lives to be saved. Some of the family, some of the dirty, nasty things that they had to deal with. And my grandmother used to say she remembers seeing people hanging in the trees, starvation, real starvation. And coming to this country and making sure that never, ever happens again. One of the things that my grandmother used to always tell me that it's not what happens around you that breaks you or tells you that you got it bad because you're a certain person or Latino or anything like that. It's how you respond to that. And a lot of our families responded positively. They came here. They could have went to other places in the world, but they came here. My family responded by becoming naturalized citizens. And I thought that was, when I was younger, I never thought of the opportunities my family had, even though we're Hispanic and we've been here for a long time. But that was the key, in my opinion, becoming a naturalized citizen that opened huge opportunities for my family to do better, get the good jobs, get education. I'm not 100% sure why they did it. It was during World War II. But I know that they lived in Boyle Heights in Los Angeles area. And that was a neighborhood where Hispanics, Japanese, Jews all lived there because they could not live in other neighborhoods. And I think, I can only imagine that they saw what was happening with Japanese Americans. And it spurred them because they were in the country for some decades or a few years. And they thought in doing that. So I think it's an important aspect of them becoming Americans that brought opportunity. Granted, they had thick Hispanic accents all their lives until their 90s when they passed away. But I had 5 uncles who served in World War II and the Korean War and many things like that. But I thank them today. I am who I am because of them. I'm a proud American, Hispanic, that will never leave this family. So thank you for being here today, and I thank my colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you for the comments. We will go to Councilmember Ayala.
Thank you, Chair. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful crowd, first and foremost. I just wanted to share, I appreciate the sobering commentary that took place, because to this year's Hispanic Heritage Month really was personally a struggle for me, to not necessarily to support and sponsorship, but more around what is it that we state, and what does it mean to have a proclamation, and what does it mean to support. And so with it, we always end the now therefore be it proclaimed and have a call to action in these proclamations. And so I really would love, as we work throughout the year, to not just make this September 15th through October 15th, but really year round, because we're around every day of the year. The next thing I wanted to share, definitely appreciate the comment around the carne asada, because if you know, you know, and if you don't know, there are very subtle ways in which whenever there is a question, one may know. I'm just going to say hot sauce, and if you know, you know. So I appreciate, especially here in Pierce County, but also when we're out in community, the ways that we are welcoming of those that do know and those that don't know, because a big part of not knowing is just not having that exposure and not having that community around to support that knowledge building that takes place. So with that, whenever the posadas come over later on, would be happy to attend, and everything in between. Thank you, Chairs.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Councilmember Ayala. Any other comments? Well, I will conclude and thank. This is a delightful audience. We love it when our chambers are full. It's nice, especially when it's to celebrate something like Hispanic and Latino Heritage Month. And last month, I think, was the month that I really dove into the why the month and why not the beginning of the month. So I appreciate that it's spelled out in here. A lot of people think Cinco de Mayo is a big Independence Day. It's not. We just gave you the answer. It's right here in this proclamation if you were confused. So, but thank you for being here. We've continued to just really be thrilled as a county around the work and partnership with Me Central around building small businesses and medium-sized businesses. That partnership, that support, and just the help in a way that created trusted partners really has been phenomenal, and I think that it's going to pay off in dividends for decades to come. And appreciate that. Just it took a little bit of learning and thinking, how do we do this a little bit differently, and we did it, and we did the hard work, and we're rewarded for it. So thank you for that, and thank you for being here and supporting our employees. What does juntos stand? Juntos. Together. Okay. Thank you. My Spanish from high school didn't quite